There? Brilliant. I know how this works. I'm all over it.
Allow me to introduce Philly.
It's Millie or Vanilli.
Killy.
Achilles.
Owen.
Have you ever crashed a party the way the dwarves crashed Bilbo's house?
Where we come from in New Zealand, it's normal practice.
Excellent!
Nine.
Hey, what's the worst thing about filming in New Zealand?
Working with these guys.
Darling.
Oh, right.
Biffa.
Caused Belcour. Caused Belcour. Caused Belcour.
Biffa.
Multi-award-winning actor James Nesbitt and I play both.
Bumper. Nori.
Yeah, I would go and stand very close to Graham. Just stand there to feel the awe.
Nori.
When you all said, gee, Jude's amazing. That's an amazing
We
song.
did, yeah.
Nori.
If you like knitted cardigans and knitted mittens, then I'm your fella.
A naked dwarf calendar.
Yes.
That-
Yes, we did.
Running around.
No, we're not allowed to talk about.
This was actually my idea. Don't let Graham McTavish tell you anything different. This was my idea.
I came up with the idea that it was for Peter's 50th birthday.
And we decided that we would create a naked dwarf calendar. But of course, you know what a naked dwarf looks like. We're loaded with padding.
We had to keep it super secret.
Basically, every dwarf was a different month in various compromising positions.
This was very similar.
Oh, wow.
Something like this, like that.
Yeah.
There is only one copy, and there only ever will be.
As you were even walking on set, you just could hear it going on in your head.
One of the things that I like is that we're getting a little bit of the music into the movie too, the songs. Tolkien wrote quite a few songs for The Hobbit.
The pines were roaring on the height. The winds were moaning in the night.
When we went to film it, they came up to me and went, if you could just hum, Adam.
That's right, yeah.
There's an inn, there's a merry old inn beneath an old grey hill.
He squeaked and soared and quickened the tune while the landlord shook your man in the moon. It's after 3, he said.
We will just land our careers on the spot.
I think it'd be great if Dwalin just yelled the whole thing. So the cat.
They'll swallow the tipsy cat.
Is this the Metallica version?
Who is this?
Get some Metallica vision.
There's no etiquette or manners involved in drinking beer as a dwarf. I've had a lifetime of rehearsing for that, so yeah, it was pretty straightforward for me.
And the wine's so delicious, the food's so good.
You must be Mr. Boggins.
No, you can't come in, you come to the wrong house.
He's my mother's brother. My uncle.
Philly is the older of the two, so Philly really is being groomed by Thorin to be the next in line, the warrior.
I think Philly especially, he feels that weight of responsibility about potentially what he may become. He is the older one, so he feels a little bit protective of his younger brother.
They're the sexy
We dodged
boys.
a few bullets. Oh, the sexy.
One of them doesn't have to wear a beard.
Yeah, well, we are all very, very jealous of that.
The hot one, I suppose, if you like that kind of thing.
Actually, he is the Aidan Turner. He's the sexy dwarf. I don't even think he's got a beard, actually. Mainly because he's not old enough to grow one.
Was he sort of the hot young dwarf? He's like the boy band dwarf. I like to think I'm the sort of George Clooney of dwarves.
He would be the leader of the Robbie Williams of the dwarf world. Whereas you'd be roadie, I think. Yeah, the roadie. Bon would be a roadie.
Bob Dylan. I'm the Bono. Right. I'm Bono. He's Gary Barlow.
We were really hot, I tell you. The padding and the stuff we had on.
Kind of hot.
I know.
Give us a kiss.
Really thrilling to know that you're coming into a safe place that Peter's proved himself with those 3 films, that he really knows that world and he'll do a great job with it. So that was, fantastically relieving to come into that.
No, I've got this, guys.
On what date does The Hobbit hit screens in the UK?
Oh, you are kidding.
Come on. This is hardly fit.
Okay.
I'm letting him plug your movie.
Thank you. December the 14th.
No, December the 14th.
The 13th.
It's the 13th.
McTavish. Graham would just be standing on set in costume and just standing there. I would go and stand very close to Graham. Just stand there to feel the awe, to feel his, what he was doing at the time, how
Sorry,
he was feeling.
where are you going?
And
So troubling.
It
Doesn't
was,
bonding
it was
imply
just,
you're
yes,
both
it was a
sort of
great way
creating
to
a connection?
feel these connections.
In which decade was The Hobbit published?
He knows that.
Shush.
Oh, it was the 30s, 1937.
Oh, that's the one he knows.
Can you give me the date?
No, oh, the date.
Yeah, that's not.
You don't need the date. You got the year.
I know that, and you're not going to get it. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Gladriel.
Let's go.
You just whispered that in my ear.
It's a glamdring. So, we're going to tell Kate Blanchett that you called her a sword.
Shocking.
That's 5 minutes ago.
Feet. No. Can you name all the dwarfs without consulting a reference source?
The Guardian, Jesus.
While Barlin, Philly, Kill.
We'll go for Ori, Nori.
Ori, Nori, Dory.
Billy, sleepy, dozy.
Oh man, it's the morning after the premiere. Okay,
Ori, Dory, Nori. Biffa, Bobba, Biffa.
Thorin. Jesus.
Bumpy, lumpy, and wonky.
Biffa, Boffa, Bomber.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
13 Dwarves was one of the reasons why I dreaded The Hobbit and why I really didn't think I was going to make it for such a long time. But the irony is it's turned out to be one of the joys of the film.
Most of the fun was had offset.
The best special effect we've seen in the whole experience is Dino Gorman's face this morning.
Easy. Those are easy. Have I got Leonard Nimoy?
To knock the crap out of some green tennis balls.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to sleeping whilst my stunt man makes me look brilliant.
One of the things that quite early on we discovered was that Mark Hadlow likes to dress up in costumes, mainly sort of military type things. And the really weird thing about his sailor outfits is that below the waist, nothing. But again, he's a nice bloke though.
John Rhys Davies.
Poor buggers. When he gets you running up the hill in full armour, you'll enjoy that.
I heard from Dean, Stephen and Graham that it was really full on. What was it like for you?
They're just weak. Scene 88 was a chase sequence, and it felt like we ran throughout the whole of the North and the South Islands. But it was so great to be out in those incredible locations. Places that I've never seen in my life and probably never will again.
She likes her long locks as well. We had a little bit of a hair thing going on together.
Yeah, both just
silver
Silvercrin advert.
As to the cage fight, you mean Dwalin and Thorin in a cage together?
Cage fight against each other, who would win?
Some of the best memories were getting the dwarves ready. Everybody has helped these actors kind of find their way through lots of rubber and lots of hair.
I was an hour and a half in prosthetics, an hour in makeup.
I got to spend that time in bed.
It does say we'll be required to wear some prosthetics.
Or in fact, for some of them, a prosthetic is making them look better, to tell you the truth, which says something. Mark Hadlow, for example, springs to mind.
I have this lovely bit down here, and then this moustache that comes up here. I look stunning. Actually, I should be in centrefold.
Is it soft? Is it juicy?
No, keep your distance. I'll use this if I have to.
Trying to get back into the head of Gollum. I don't know if I ever told this, but it felt like kind of doing an impersonation of a character that I played.
I felt sorry for Martin because he was suddenly thrust into having to find the character of Bilbo and have to deal with you for a whole week.
So that when Bilbo turns up, he's actually not confronted with one crazy character, but two, in fact.
We know safe paths for hobbitses. Safe paths in the dark. Shut up!
I didn't say anything.
I wasn't talking to you.
Thought motion capture was something you did when you were taking a specimen to the doctor. But Jackson has given a new dimension to this concept. Thanks very much to all.
Although on the topic of the Great Goblin, I should say that
It was interesting trying to cast that role because the character is very uncouth, very bad personal hygiene issues. His vocabulary is quite, small. So, obviously casting somebody from Australia seemed like the obvious place to go first. And if you look at all Australians available to us, Barry is the person that fits that bill perfectly.
And I was able to bring a healthy Australian vulgarity to my role.
Look, I did that when Barry's goiter was flopping around.
Do I like the quiet line? If I do, I'm f***ed.
Every scene that he was in, that we were in as well. So whenever the camera was behind him, the camera would be on me and Aidan, but from behind Martin, he'd be sitting there going.
I was very, very worried because we literally knew that if we got this piece of casting wrong, the films were not going to work. Terrific actor. He's a fantastic dramatic actor with a very good sense of that irony and the absurd that we needed to really show Bilbo's, how he copes in this world. It's not the sort of thing you normally do in a film, but I'm incredibly pleased that we did it. It was the best thing that could have ever happened.
Thanks, me too.
That's great, thank you.
Hasta la vista. Then driving off.
I'm waiting for somebody, sorry.
It could have been even...
I know.
Just go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just go.